We in the door already, y'all know the scope.
Welcome to another hot webisode of Up and Coming, the Bay's #1 spot to find your local underground art. Today, we have a hot show for you, but before we get into it, we gotta talk about something that's serious. Maybe you heard or even seen what's going on in Central Africa, but ladies and gentlemen, please show your support for Kony 2012. The goal of Kony 2012 is to raise awareness about Joseph Kony, who captures children from Africa and makes them his slaves. To show your support, any little bit counts. You can get a rubber band that says Support Kony 2012 or get a t-shirt that also says Support Kony 2012. If you have any questions on what you can do or how to become part of the Joseph Kony Foundation to support Kony 2012, you can call their local office at 619-562-2799 or even email them at info@invisiblechildren.com. Again, that number was info@invisiblechildren.com. If you want to keep up on news, then you can go to www.invisiblechildren.com. Tonight, we have a young artist that comes straight out of Oakland, California. Dropped his new mixtape called Tricks Are For Kids earlier this month. He's going to talk a little bit about that. He's also going to talk about what it's like being Lil B's hype man, what it is to be bass, and how to become a bass person. So without further ado, give it up for a king, aka Bass Tricks. What it do?
What's up, what's up, what's up?
What's up, y'all? Alright. So, where did you come up with the name Tricks? That's something unique. You don't really hear a lot about that.
Yeah, a lot of people always ask me about that. I came up with the name of Tricks back in the day when I was a youngin. I was running the streets with the little cliques and the gangs, and we all had to come up with nicknames for each other. Everybody else had cool nicknames, so I was like the last one in the group, so I just came up with Tricks because it was like my favorite color was green, like the Tricks the cereal. But everybody always thought like, oh, a trick, but I was like, nah, like Tricks the cereal. And they was like, oh, okay, that's cool, that's cool. And I was like, yeah. And everybody called me Tricks now.
Alright. So I told Up and Coming your mixtape dropped earlier this month. What day exactly, and where can people pick it up at?
Yeah, it dropped early this month in March 6th exactly, one day after my baby sister's birthday. But you can pick it up at highnoonhiphop.com, or you can also pick it up at datpiff.com.
So, what is your mixtape called exactly?
Well, since I had to keep it original. I am known as Tricks, and what do everybody always say? Oh, tricks are for kids. So I'm like, and I'm gonna make a mixtape called Tricks Are For Kids.
Unique. So on this mixtape, which one is your favorite song that you did?
Track called New Swag, featuring my boy Firemouth, and another track called Uptown Party, featuring my boy Zaire Flair. Those are two main tracks. Oh yeah, and Les Mob. That's one of my favorite tracks also, Les Mob.
So do you ever think about producing?
Yeah, most definitely. I do all the hooks for the songs, and I wrote a few verses for a couple of people, so it ain't nothing. It ain't just another little hobby I do.
So do a lot of your shine, because if you haven't noticed Up and Coming, this is Lil B's hype man. So does a lot of your shine come from being Lil B's hype man?
Yeah, most definitely. A lot of the shine comes from him. Like, I was Lil Nobody back in the day. I started listening to him back in the day when he was young. Before he did bands, actually, when he was just doing little freestyles and putting them on this MySpace, I was there listening to him and everything. So it's like that's what built our relationship. He was able to trust me. I wasn't just bandwagon because he got bands and like a lot of people was. So he would take me to a lot of his shows, put me on stage and be like, yo, this is my man right here, this is my man Tricks. And he gave me exposure, so that's where a lot of my exposure came from.
So have you and his relationship changed since he went solo and got a little fame?
It's changed not too much, but I mean the fact that he's more out of state now, so he doesn't have that many shows out here in the Bay. You know, he's jumping to state to state, but as in talking to each other on Facebook, or texting, you know, just keeping in contact with each other, that's still the same. But as in with the shows, not too much shows out here in the Bay right now.
All right. So do you have any upcoming projects in 2012?
Yeah, I'm working on my next mixtape because I got a few more tracks that I didn't put on the tape. So, you know, I'm gonna put those on the next tape right now. And I got a show coming up with my boy Firemouth. It's on the 30th. San Leandro, 21 and Up little gig that we got going on. So yeah, that's and you know, just going to shows and promote myself around daily.
What can we see from you in the next few years with rapping? Like, where do you want to go with rapping?
Man, I won't see myself. I see myself with rapping. I see myself, everybody like me, just known guy. You know, like Lil B, almost. Basically just out there. Oh, Tricks, yeah, we know him. We listen to his music and we like him. That's where I see myself, making people happy.
All right. So on Facebook, Twitter, everywhere, everybody has bass in their name. Now, I'm not familiar with it, but what does bass mean?
Bass means, this is what bass means. Everybody who needs to know what bass means. Bass is its own gen. Then again, it could be its own, you know, lifestyle with music or just a positive lifestyle. But don't think of saying, oh, because I'm being positive, I'm bass, because that's not being bass. Being bass is just being yourself with open thoughts, just, you know, doing good things, but then you could do bad things and be bass still. It's not always being about being good. Lil B said, suck my dick, and what he still was bass because it's not all about being positive. But being bass is just being yourself, saying, doing whatever comes to mind. So I mean, if I just want to throw a freestyle out there and say, bitch, suck my dick, oh, they call me Bass Tricks, that's me. I'm being bass about it. And that's what being bass is.
So what advice would you give to kids who would want to follow in your footsteps?
Stay in school. Stay in school. Don't look at rap being the first thing, you know. Unless you're real good, you got big connections, then take it. But, you know, keep rap as a second thing, but finish school first. Go to school and try and get an education.
Who influenced you to become this bass rapper that you are today?
The bass god himself, Lil B. And he influenced me to be, you know, the bass rapper, basically. But I mean, to write a rap on a piece of paper and exactly do it to a beat, I say my cousin, my older cousin, he influenced me. He told me I could always do it, so I finally did it.
So who have you worked with in the industry?
A lot of local artists around the Bay, you know, a lot of promoting around on Facebook, doing a lot of, you know, just chatting around with different rappers around the states. You know, I got a lot of, work with a lot of artists in different states such as, you know, Atlanta, New York, Florida, some big states and some little states.
Who would you like to work with in the industry?
Well, one of these days I'll do a song with Lil B, but I really want to do a song with Mr. Fat. You know, he gets around a lot, and he does a lot of, you know, positive things back in the community. Like he does a lot of things in North Oakland that I see. So, you know, I want to participate more in that.
Mr. Fab, you listening? You got somebody right here want to do a track with you. So, if you could sign with any record company, who would it be and why?
It would be Young Money.
YMCMB.
YMCMB. You know, they're the top group right now, and they have fun. You know, yeah. They like basically a bass group. Yeah. You know, they got rock, they got wild things. You know, they got young rappers. They just all over the place with their stuff.
So, a lot of people don't understand what you're wearing. So, could you explain to them the company that you're wearing as of right now?
So yeah, this right here, this is Pink Dolphin. You can see the Pink Dolphin logo on the front. This is called a Waves crew neck. It actually came out this month, March 9th, where they dropped their new spring attire. It's been around since 2008, exactly when they dropped their first line. But I mean, you know, it takes years to grow something, And when in 2012 down, and all the big stars are wearing it. But, you know, I'm original, so I keep it original all day.
Oh, all right. So can you get the people a little freestyle?
Freestyle?
Yeah.
Check it out. Let me see. Alright. Let's do it. I stay dipped in sausage, this my nature. Be a boss like me, bet they gon' hate ya. Tell you right now that I'm not that faker. Ho, give me head, no conversation. The radar, High Street, my location. If you don't see me, then I'm on vacation. I have no faker up on my block. Just yellow nominators on my watch. See, I'm scorching hot. I protect the clock. You can't tell go to hell or protect the block. See, you respect my block, spin the rest of touch. With the chest and the best and the rest of not. I'm an A&AT, just go ask Calvin. Diamonds in my watch, so I stay smiling. My ABA girls, man, they be rolling, smashing. What? Impro fouling.
Yeah, that was hot. That was hot. So, with you saying that, do you feel that a lot of Bay Area artists are underrated because of where they come from? Like, do you feel that you're underrated because of where you come from?
Yeah. You know, when you think of Oakland, you think of shootings, you think of homicides, killings, all that, drugs and everything, the best weed, you know, California. But also, you know, we don't give, I think the Bay Area itself doesn't give enough focus to the local artists. They don't give focus to Mr. Fab and E40. When you think of the Bay, they say, oh, E40 and Mr. Fab. But there's tons of rappers out here that been doing things now. So that, yeah, they don't get enough love.
So, without further ado, let the people know where they can find you, Twitter, Facebook, all that.
You go follow me on Twitter, Gotta Follow Her, or you can find me on Facebook. Just put my name in, Akeem Bass Tricks. It'll come up easily. And go download the mixtape, hotnewhiphop.com. Put in Tricks Are For Kids and it'll pop up.
Up and coming, that's a wrap.
We coming. We in the door.